Here we are. We did it. We did it on time. It's always good to be on time. You don't want to be late for your own party. And today is my own party, you see, because it's my birthday. It is. It's been my birthday all day today. I mean, how many of these do you actually get by the time you fade off into the darkness? You shut your eyes for the last time. You only get what? 75, 80 of them if you're lucky. If you're really lucky. And this is one of them for me. This is number 48. I'm officially not in the mid 40s anymore. Once you get done with 47 and it moves on to 48, then yeah, you're in your late 40s now. And you're pushing 50. I don't know how this happened because I feel younger than I numerically am. I think I look okay. I just lost 23 pounds since the last time I actually did a live stream on here, and I'm really happy with it. I did the Brandon Bishop podcast earlier, which is all about me and the stuff that I like to gripe and bitch about. But this is the ASY TV podcast, which is all about the little network that could, the little network that will. We are the mom and pop shop of streaming television. You've got your Hulu, you've got your Netflix, you've got your Amazon Prime, you've got all the pluses, the Disney Plus, the Discovery Plus, the AMC Plus, the blah, 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 blah. You've got all of them, don't you? Don't you? You got all of those. You pay about, I know I pay like $200 a month for all of these streaming channels. We're only $5 a month, people. You see this right here? You see this right here? Get ASY TV now. This is where you can get it. It's on Roku, Amazon Fire. It's on, hang on, Apple TV. And you can go to our website, asytv.com, to watch hundreds of hours of all original, ad-free television. Stuff that you've never even heard of before. If you're a wrestling fan, there's no reason that you don't have ASY TV by now. It's foolish not to have ASY TV. If you're a rock and roll fan, again, you're foolish if you don't have ASY TV. It's just that, man. If you're a fan of like travel and food and drinks and stories and paranormal stuff, hello, we are here for you. We're waiting for you. It's only $5 a month. You spent more than that on a coffee this morning, I bet. You spent more than that, probably 3 times as much as that at a drive-through this morning or this afternoon or even on the way home from work, didn't you? You spent so much money. You spent way more than $5. We are 17 cents a day. 17 cents a day. I know that we're worth it. It's up to you to finally figure out that we are definitely worth it. So get ASY TV. Support us. We are small business. I know everyone's like, oh, support small business and this done. Hello. We're right here. You like watching television, right? You like stuff like this because obviously you're watching. It's, it's one of those 2 + 2 = 4 situations. And I would like you to do the math. And who do we got here already? Oh, hey, Davidson, Jeff. Thank you, man. It's my freaking birthday. I know when you get like in your 40s and stuff, it doesn't. And yes, I am wearing my own merch. If you haven't watched Go There Eat That, then that's one of the shows on ASY TV. I'm going to keep pitching you. I'm going to keep pitching you until you catch it. But Go There Eat That is the show where I travel around the country eating a lot, which is why I found myself at 269 pounds. But now I'm down a lot less than that. 23 pounds I've lost, and I'm really proud of myself. So if I mention it a few times, that is why. Got lots to talk about. I put out a little Facebook message. Hang on. I've been eating pitted dates because, first of all, they're delicious. Secondly, they make you poop. And when you're on a strict eating thing, I know you don't want to hear this, but pooping is like perfect. It's the perfect solution to everything. And it helps you lose weight and it cleans you out. And pitted dates, are you kidding me? I know I just lost a viewer because I started talking about pooping. Hey, so what? If you don't want to watch, you don't have to watch. You can turn the channel. You can click the X button. You can forever unfollow me. And you never have to hear me talk about pooping again. But I have a pitted date, like pitted right here in my throat. Okay, it's going to be that kind of podcast. But like I said, this is the ASY TV podcast. This is where we talk about all things ASY TV. What is ASY TV, Brandon? I think I've explained it pretty well. We've had hundreds of commercials and we've been out there for about 7 years now in one form or another. We're like I said, we are the mom and pop shop of streaming television. While you got your Walmart, which would be Netflix, you've got your Hulu, which would be like Target or something. We are the little corner shop with all original shows that we film ourselves. And we're endangered because we don't have that Netflix money. We don't have that Comcast money, do we? No. If we did, it'd be a different story. But with whatever money we do make from this $5 a month, I do want to inform you that we help different families, that we work with caseworkers, and we've been doing this for years. Usually we do it through events that we do. And with our big Comic-Con, the Super Ultra Mega Con coming up next June 18th and 19th, we're going to continue that. But right now we just give a percentage to families that need a little assistance. We've all been there. Lord knows I've been there. So yeah, if you want to donate any super chats or super stickers or join the membership or anything like that, not only will you get exclusive stuff, and eventually we're going to send you some swag and all that stuff, but you can also really support what we do here and support families through us. So, and also we don't put our name on that stuff. It's an anonymous deal. Like I said, we go through caseworkers. It's an anonymous deal. Who needs help? They need help. Cool. Here's some help. Don't put our name on it. We learned our lesson big time a couple of years ago with some people that we helped out that, let's just say, weren't all that grateful. But this is not a negative show. If you want to hear griping and bitching and negativity, that's my Brandon Bishop podcast. Look for that wherever you listen to podcasts. This is like, it's going to be a little negative today. And it's negative in a positive, like, wake the hell up type of way. I did put out that I was going to talk about the Dave Chappelle deal on Netflix with his stand-up special, The Closer, getting all the heat from the woke warriors. And I started thinking, like, how does this kind of could at one point pertain to me, or in ASY TV in general? What happens? Let's say we get a show and maybe we get a stand-up special. We got all kinds of stuff coming up. We're going to have a pay-per-view feature pretty soon, and we're going to have just all kinds of stuff. Like our 2.0 launch is kind of happening in the springtime, and it's going to be crazy. I've seen pictures and I've seen the new features and the handling and the accessibility of it. It's amazing. But let's say, all that aside, we get a show that's controversial. Okay. Right now, I'm not trying to pat my own back here. I'm just explaining. I book, create, film, produce, edit, and air all of our TV shows. We do have some in-source, like Wrestling with Ghost, Lockdown Living Room Comedy Tour, the stuff that Hack does, Vinyl Rewind. We don't film that, but we do air it, and it's all independent artists, and they're all great. They're part of the team, so I always say we. What if, like, I don't know, just throwing an example out there, we get a new show and it's a little controversial and it catches fire. And by that, I mean, gets popular, gets trendy. I hate using that word, but let's just say it does. And then, we get 500,000 subscribers for that show. And then that host of that show says something like, I don't like gay people. I don't like them. So what? And then everyone just piles on and piles on and piles on and piles on and goes crazy. Cancel ASY TV, cancel that guy's show, cancel all this stuff because he said he doesn't like gay people. First of all, I mean, we don't have any shows like that I'm aware of. And it's not my job as a executive producer or a television, streaming television network owner to change people's thoughts and change who they are. I think that a lot of people, and here's the thing, the whole cancel culture deal is a very, very small percentage of the audience. If you look at the approval ratings for David Chappelle's The Closer, it's like 95%, which is extremely high. I don't even think Star Wars or Who Framed Roger Rabbit has an approval rating that high. It's crazy. So that 5%, let's say 1% of them gets vocal. And those are the people that I don't believe they actually watched the entire special. If you haven't watched it, watch it. It's fantastic. It's funny. I'm not a huge Dave Chappelle fan. Um, but he's kind of all we got left. Him and Louis C.K., who's already been through the Me Too garbage. And uh here's how it pertains to me and what I was thinking. Like, if that was to happen, let's say we get Louis C.K. I've reached out to him 1,000 times. It'll probably never happen. But let's say Louis C.K. gets on there and some of the crazy, offhand, intentionally awful things that he says in his comedy routines, sparks a fire. And the witch hunt begins. I would do kind of what Netflix is doing. I would explain to people that you don't have to watch. This is the remote control to my air conditioner. Um, if it gets too cold, see that little power button right there? You hit it. And then you don't have to be cold anymore. Are you catching the metaphor here? When you're warm, you click it again and it gets cold. It's pretty simple. We all have devices that we use. You may have watched it on your phone. Guess what you can do on your phone? Click. There's always going to be stuff that you people don't like. And when I say you people, I'm talking to the woke warriors, the thin skinned, the easily offended. There's always going to be content that you don't agree with. There's always going to be content targeted to make fun of people that you like. There's always going to be something out there that's just a little too much for you. Whether it's a scary movie, maybe it's just a really just disgusting, bloody slasher flick. Like, oh my God, I can't watch. Don't watch. It's not meant for you. Can you get that? If you don't like, let's say, liver and onions, I think liver and onions is absolutely disgusting. Some people love it. My mom loves liver pate that we get at Zinder's Fried Chicken up in Frankenmuth, Michigan. And she devours it. I mean, like, can I get some extra? Can I get some more extra? And I'm just looking at it like, oh, it just stinks. It's gross. And I've even tried it every time just to make sure that my taste buds didn't change. And guess what? I don't eat it. I don't ask for it. If I'm there by myself, I'd rather it not be on my table. And I have that kind of power to where I can just say, no, thank you. And I really think that the old term, if you don't have anything nice to say, just shut the hell up. I changed it a little bit to make it more abrasive because I'm a more abrasive person. But if you don't like something, you don't have to attack it. Now, I'm not talking about murderers and rapists and pedophiles and downright shitty people and thieves. Call them out, make them out to be the pieces of garbage that they are, put them on a pedestal and throw oranges and grapes at them and until they fall off and ruin their lives. Seriously. If you're talking about a terrible person, I don't think Dave Chappelle is a terrible person. Louis C.K. is not a terrible person. They're comedians. They are supposed to reach into the bowels of society, however they get this up there, grab onto whatever they can grab onto, pull it out and expose it. That is what a stand-up comic does. I grew up personally on Richard Pryor and George Carlin and Eddie Murphy and Sam Kinison and Cheech and Chong and Monty Python, Red Fox. The list can go on and on. Andrew Dice Clay. Listen, I used to love Andrew Dice Clay. I would quote all of the nursery rhymes, and I still probably remember them to this day, but I listened to it recently, and I turned it off because it doesn't age well. But do you see what I did there, people? Do you see what I did? Do you? I turned it off. That's my decision. I win. I don't have to listen to it anymore. Just because something exists that you don't like doesn't mean you have to stamp it out. You don't have that luxury. You don't have that power. You don't have that right. Just because you don't like it. So if anything ever happens on ASY TV that gets us in some cancel culture hot water, I'm just going to go publicly and say what I just said. You don't have to watch it. Does that make sense? Am I just talking nonsense? Anybody want to join the conversation here? What did you think of the David Chappelle closer concert on Netflix? I personally thought it was great. This whole bullshit, easily offended garbage is just, you know what? I've actually been writing material. I got to find some players and, there's a lot of work to do. And I'm not even sure I really want to do it. But I've been writing material for something called the most offensive comedy routine ever. And it's literally awful, but it's meant to be awful. Like I said, I don't know if I'll do it. I don't know if I have time to do it, but if it ever comes around, I want to break the wills of everybody with the thin skin. I don't know why. I just really find it interesting and almost my job. I'm like the thin skin police. Like, you guys have to just calm yourselves down. Now, here's the reason. Here's what's going on. This is how it always, and you can't convince me that it doesn't happen this way. Somebody who hasn't watched the Dave Chappelle thing, and they're really pissed because he makes jokes about trans people. Do I have to be the one to say that if you're not around the drag culture or the trans culture, if you're not around the LGB, whatever, I'm sorry, I'm not around it. Why should I know this stuff? I don't have to know everything. I don't have to partake in your struggle. I don't have to. I don't have time to. You know why? Because I have my own struggles. You have your own struggles. We don't have to partake and fight every fight, okay? It's impossible. If you think that's what you have to do, then you have no time for anything else. Guess what? I have a very awesome life. I love my life. It takes up a lot of my time. I'm a dad. I'm a cat owner. I have a mom that I love very much in Michigan. I have my own struggles, okay? I can't be a warrior for everybody's concerns. I can't attach my name to every issue. It's impossible. That's all that you would have time to do. And for someone to think that it's weird that a man wants to be a woman, maybe in 50 years it'll be. And right now, I personally don't give a shit about anything. And then, you'll get in trouble for saying that. Oh, you just don't care. You're right. Why should we all care about every possible thing? I care about my circle of friends. I care about this business. That is what I care about. I care about my own struggles. I'm trying to, get into the best shape of my life. Okay. I got some other things I like to have come up that I care about, that I really love, that I have to that occupies my time. I have a life. Okay. And I know that that may be weird and foreign to people with no life. And I'm not saying that none of you people have lives. I'm not calling you losers. I'm not even going to call you stupid. You think you're doing right, but all you're doing is destroying society and creating a divisive culture that, are we not divided enough about everything? Are stupid people still not concerned about how much skin pigmentation you have? Are we not divided by cell phone carriers and football teams? I mean, the cola wars. I love Pepsi. I love Coke. We're divided about so many things already. Republican, Democrat, Christian, Muslim, Jew, atheist. Doesn't it seem that we are intentionally placed into small different factions that war against each other, so we're too busy to, you know, have a life, to figure things out. I love being an independent when it comes to politics. I love being non-religious when it comes to organized religion. I love saying I don't know because I don't. Am I better than you? Probably not. I don't think anybody's better than anybody. But when it comes to that stuff, I live my life. I live my life for my kids, my cat, my mom, my business, and my close friends. That is what you should be concerned with. If something upsets you, and I say that like in a sad voice because you're so upset, what should you do? What should you do? It's the closest remote I have. I don't want to walk over there and grab a TV remote. Turn it off. And if you're online and you see something that upsets you, and this is a lesson that I've had to learn as well, and I've been doing pretty well in the last couple of years, especially since, the Trump thing is hopefully dead and gone. If you don't have anything nice to say, just shut the hell up. You're not fixing a problem. All you're doing is throwing gasoline on fire. Is that really what you want to do? Is that what you want to be known for? Just being a negative prick? Just being someone with no life? And here's why. Let me go back to this. Here's what's happening. The people that are complaining probably never watched the Chappelle special. They probably didn't. They read or they saw a meme or they read something on their social media. And they probably noticed, oh, this is getting a lot of likes. How can I attach myself to this so I can get some precious social media likes? Oh, I can't wait. So then they jump on that bandwagon like a barnacle on the bottom of an old boat. Stuck right to it. Now they're a warrior for a cause. I'm going to stand up for the trans community. Okay. How many trans people do you know? 1, 2? I think I know like 4. Okay, they're wonderful people. I don't care how you want to dress. If you want to hack off your penis and turn it inside out and make a vagina out of it, that's a scientific wonder for me. It's a miracle. Fine, awesome. If you want to take estrogen pills and grow boobs or get implants or whatever, fantastic. I love boobs. But I don't have to care about it. And neither do you. You don't have to care so much. I respect it. I don't have to accept it. Who am I to say, I accept that? It's there. What am I? Okay, cool. Nobody wants to join in on this conversation, huh? It's not going to last too much longer. So if you got anything to say about the, I'm reading, I'm sorry. Anyways, that is what I had to say about it. If it does happen, and it could, we grow, man. Look at us 3 years ago and see how much ASY TV has grown in 2 years. It's like leaps and bounds. And with the new shows we got coming out, holy crap. I don't even tell you stuff because I don't want to look stupid if it doesn't happen. But anyways, that's just my little piece on that because it irritates me. Okay, you're upset. If something upsets, then why do you want to partake in it? Go away. Turn it off. Live your life. Simple as that. If you don't like what I'm saying right now, look, there's not a lot of people watching. People watch this crap later. I get it, but you don't have to watch my big dumb face. You just don't have to. It can just disappear from your life like that. And if you see somebody else comment about it, be like, oh, well, that looks like something that I won't like. Liver and onions. If I see my friend complaining about liver and onions, I'm going to be like, oh, I guess I won't order that then. I don't have to get online and be like, liver and onions are awful. Does liver and onions give a shit? No. Liver and onions is long dead. And that's all I got to say about that. I don't want to be in here all night because, like I said, it's my 48th birthday today. And you could tell how many friends I have because I'm alone in the home studio with my cat. Not even my kid wanted to hang out with me. This is, I'm a sad, pathetic old man now. And there's reasons for all that. I've been invited to things, but I really often, I enjoy the invitation. I just don't want to make it an occasion. I don't want to be around a lot of people. I just got back from Vegas literally a couple days ago. And excuse me, Vegas is just Vegas. It's an ashtray, it's a toilet bowl, it's Vegas, but I love it. And I, like I've said many times, I think I love to hate it and I hate to love it. It's just Las Vegas. I have a lot of fun there because we film a lot of TV shows there. That Vegas show with Ricky, we just filmed a new episode of Heath House with Heath, and formerly known as Heath Slater, real name Heath Miller. We have 3 episodes of the show now. Now we have the 4th, and I'm waiting on some other stuff from that. Here's another little gripe I'm going to talk to you about. I'm going to save that for the end, because at the end of this, I'm going to talk about the whole ASY TV process from concept to airing a TV show, to conceptualizing a show, to all the way through airing it. We're going to talk about that. We're going to answer a little bit of mail. I'm going to talk about van life. We're going to talk about, oh my goodness, so many things. I really can't even read my handwriting. The only negative thing I'm going to talk about is, and this is just for a second, is some of the comments that we've been getting on a couple of things here on this YouTube channel. I'm tired of erasing stuff. It's getting really old. And again, this all goes back to, if you don't have anything nice to say, then why are you talking? Who are you? What is your life? Seriously, what is your life where you're just trolling people online and saying just awful things? Like, is that really your life? You can't wait to get home and get on your laptop or your desktop or your phone, and you're just like, oh, yeah, I don't like him. Why? Why say anything? That's why ASY TV doesn't have comments. There's no comment section. If you want to say something on our Facebook page, go right ahead. And if it sucks, I'm going to erase it because I don't have time for your stupid negativity. I can't. The Stephen Piercy, we put 3 teasers on this YouTube channel. I'm sorry if you're watching on Facebook, but it's we put 3 teasers on the ASY TV YouTube channel. And like, we've gotten thousands of comments and hundreds of thousands of views, just about. And 95% of the comments are very positive. And I wanted to read some of those to keep this conversation positive. But then you get that 5% of just the stupidest, detriment to society type people that I am tired of you people. I am very, very tired of you people. You don't belong in, you just don't belong online. Your negativity is really destroying society, and you don't see it because you're selfish and you're stupid. That's just it. You don't understand that constant negativity. And I understand, if your life is that shitty, if your life is that awful, and you're just getting nothing but negativity, and you hate your job, and you hate your wife or husband, and you hate your kids, and your dog bit you today, and your car is shit, and you live in a trailer with cockroaches and everything. I understand why you would be negative. I've been there. Okay. My family has been there. We came from pure shit. Things are better now, thankfully, but I get it. But even at that point, I don't have to drag other people down with me. I've tried my entire life not to do that. Yes, I have a lot of things that I complain about. I don't like cigarette smoke. I don't like loud thumping bass music. I don't like spiders. There's a lot of things that I don't freaking like. And sometimes, like 4th of July is the worst day ever because you got dipshits in their backyard setting off M80s like till 3 o'clock in the morning all week. Things that I bitch about. Absolutely, I bitch about. But these are things that are forced onto me that I can't turn off. These are things that I'm not reacting to anything. I'm putting out a complaint saying maybe you people shouldn't do this because it's really disrespectful and stupid, and you're stupid for doing it. That's my gripes. That's the negativity I put into the world. But it's not like the Stephen Piercy documentary, and I'm going to go look at some of these comments right now. This clip that I put out there is the first 15 minutes of the actual 2-hour documentary, which is available on ASY TV. I put it out there on the ASY TV YouTube channel. And this is one of the most uplifting stories. It's Stephen Piercy from the band Rat. Okay, I grew up a huge Rat fan. I still am to this day. I love him. I love his solo stuff. And I had the utmost freaking honor to be in his house, going through his old photos, being in his office, talking shop. He was listening to my music. I was listening to unreleased Rat songs. And we spent the whole week together, all in San Diego and in LA. We went to the Whiskey. We saw the live show. One of the best weeks of my life. I'm not going to even sugarcoat it. I'm a huge fan of this guy, and I'm even more so at this point. And this 15 minutes, the first 15 minutes, he talks about, wanting to be a drag racer when he was, a kid, and music kind of came into him. Talks about his accident he had when he was ran over with a car. He talks about, and then we go to San Francisco, and sure enough, we go to his mom's house, who's long passed, but there's new owners there, and he didn't know the new owners. I don't know the new owners. We didn't work anything out. We just knocked on their door. They let us in, and we filmed the entire house. We matched up old photos from when he lived there as a kid with, the new footage and everything. It was great. It was unbelievable. And it looks so good. And I encourage anyone to watch this documentary. It's probably the best thing I've ever gotten to put together. Surely the most fulfilling. And I've deleted all of these comments. Right now we have, how do you even see how many comments you got? We have 647 comments just on that video. And then there's just as many on the other two videos that we did sneak peeks for. And most of these are just like, been a Rat fan from the EP and even saw them open for Ozzy on Long Beach Arena. I personally love Piercy's voice, and I'm glad he's still around to tell his story. Yeah. I saw that show too. How was that? And then you go, blah, 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 blah. And I'm trying to think. These are all, I gotten rid of so many. I almost regret getting rid of them without screenshotting them or something. But, Piercy's been dealing with cancer for a while now. Liver cancer, okay? Has anybody you've known dealt with liver cancer or any form of cancer? It's a son of a bitch, okay? It's not something that, and here's the thing. I spent days with him and I could barely keep up with the guy. Okay, he's in his 60s, and I'm not yet. And I'm barely keeping up with the guy. He's excited. He's got a pep in his step. And I'm carrying this camera equipment around like, oh, God, hold still. Okay, let's get this shot. Keep in mind, I was 20 pounds heavier. But, man, this is such an uplifting story. And not all, I'm not going to say all I get. Like I said, 95% of the comments were good and very positive. I love this. I just got some really good ones talking about how much they love the documentary and all that stuff. That was the coolest 15 minutes I've had in a long time. Steven, you're the fucking man. The guy is a rock legend. He has lived quite a life. So many amazing, awesome comments and people just talking to each other and just celebrating this guy's life. I hope he's reading these. I really do. It's just great. And then, and like I said, I've been erasing him, but then you get the ones that are just talking about how he looks. What about how he looks? He looks like goddamn Stephen Piercy to me. I don't see what do you expect? How do you look, you son of a bitch? How do you look? Look in the fucking mirror and tell me how you look. Are you a goddamn cover model? No, you're not. Are you a runway model? No, you're not. Do people pay you because you're a gorgeous face? No, you're not. They don't. He's a fucking rock star, man. He's lived a rock star life. He's been dealing with this sickness forever, and he's still on stage for an hour to an hour and a half all the time. He's got a thick ass schedule right now. Nothing has slowed him down. Even when he was going through the worst part of cancer, he made his commitments. And the stupid people are out there. It's like, oh, he must be on drugs. Look at him. He's on meth. Oh, he looks rough. Why? Why even say that stuff? Why? Because your life sucks. That's why. And I'm talking to every single one of you. I know at least one of you is going to watch this. This is this. I mean, if it's on YouTube, this is the same place you commented. One of you is going to watch this and you're going to be like, yeah, I'm stupid. And I'm telling you to your face, you're stupid. You got a problem with me calling you stupid? Find me and I'll call you stupid then too. I'm done. I'm just done. I'm tired of that little notification bell have numbers on it. You know, this little thing. And then I just click on there and it's like, you know, this is terrible, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? 95% of the people think Stephen Piercy is awesome. 95% of the people think the documentary is great. I don't hold anything that you have to say personally. I don't, because nothing you say matters. Keep your negativity, keep it like somewhere deep, deep, deep within your brain. I was going to say up your ass, but either way, maybe in your brain and up your ass, and they can meet in the middle. I guess that's where your stomach would be, or your heart, or whatever. Just keep it there. And don't let it fly out of your mouth, because all you're doing is making yourself look stupid. Okay? Okay. So keep it positive, people. If you got something nice to say, share it with the world. Spread the positivity. Make society a better place to be in. If you don't, shut up. Simple as that. Shut your stupid, negativity spreading BS mouth. We're done with you. You're lame. You're stupid. You're garbage. Done with you. Now, I got notes here that I don't even know what they say. Oh, removing. The process of removing shows. Here's the thing. Like any network, shows get canceled, shows get removed. There are several on the chopping block right now that nobody's watching anymore. I keep them there because it's good to have a bigger library. When I say hundreds of hours of all original content, I want to mean it. If I get rid of too many shows, even the ones that aren't being watched, even the ones that haven't been updated in a long time, then we can't brag about that. I'll be like, well, 50 hours of all original. No, we want to live up to that moniker. There are, like I said, there are shows right now that are probably going to be removed. Shoe, Adventures in Pest Control. I loved filming that show. We got 4 episodes on there. But I can't get a hold of the guy. It's been years since we've done something, but it's got animals and owls and skunks and snakes and stuff on it. So I keep it around. I cringe if I watch it, because our quality is next level, not 10 levels above where that was at that point. But, you know, you can't keep it on forever. Otherwise it's just sitting there like an old car on your front lawn. And with my attention to detail, I look at these things and I'm like, oh, I got to get rid of it. OVW, I've been trying to reach out to them to get new episodes. They're making new episodes, but they're not returning their emails. So apparently we're not important or cool enough to work with OVW. And I'm fine with that, because nobody watches it. Nobody watches that show. Even when we first added it, nobody watched OVW, which is a wrestling show. So that'll be going away soon. I nothing but respect to, you know, Rod and Al and everybody. It's just taking up bandwidth, and that's not cheap. And yeah. Vegas. Okay. I went to Vegas. I don't want to get negative with this either. I went to Vegas for 4, possibly 5 different shows. And we record. Thank you, Yesenia. I never say your name right. I'm going to call you Madam Rosales. That's much better. You guys can hear me, right? I never did an audio test or anything like that. Where can you watch the Stephen Piercy documentary? ASY TV. It's what this is all about, my friend. It's on. Hang on. Let me do this little thing right here. Boom. Look for ASY TV on any of these platforms: Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV. And you can watch the Stephen Piercy documentary, Nothing to Lose, featuring Stephen Piercy in his hometown and Sunset Strip and all the different places he lived at in Los Angeles, and live on the Whiskey Stage, and just time of my life, man. And I think you'll have a great time as well. It's only $5 a month to get ASY TV. We're less than all the others, and we're the mom. I like saying the mom and pop shop of streaming television. Every dollar helps us, though. So get ASY TV, keep ASY TV, and tell a friend. But anyways, back to Vegas. Originally, we were supposed to film that Vegas show, a new cooking show called The Beast. We're supposed to film a new cooking show with Renee Paquette, formerly known as Renee Young in WWE. We're supposed to film with Stephen Piercy from his more of his rat stuff for racing and stuff like that. And we're supposed to film an episode of Heath House. We did film an episode of Heath House, and we did get most of it filmed. It's always rough working with people around their professional schedules, and Heath is a wrestler at Impact Wrestling, and he had a schedule. I still think we could have got it done. It would have taken 15 minutes to get everything I need. Now I got to wait for him to do it at home on his phone, which is awful. And, it's one of those things where I'm out here for you. I footed my own bill. I'm not getting paid for this on the front end. Let's get the job done. That irks the hell out of me. It always does. But we'll get it. The Beast, the restaurant show, my contact with them was laid off. So Ricky couldn't get off of work for that Vegas show. So the day that I set aside for her, couldn't get a hold of Renee Paquette. Big time celebrities. I think she's awesome. I love her cookbook. I'd really like to bring it to life. But if someone doesn't respond to you after they say, get with me in the fall time, then we don't do a show. And then finally, the Stephen Piercy thing, again, love him to death. It gave me the wrong dates. And I can only do so much. I can't read people's mind. I mentioned this on my Brandon Bishop podcast earlier. I can't read people's mind. So if you want to do business, you need to communicate. I am a master communicator. I contact people to the point of bugging the shit out of them because I want to get things done. That's how you get things done. You communicate. And if you don't communicate, guess what? Things don't get done, and I'm not there. I should be there today, actually, in Vegas, and I wasn't staying an extra 4 days because I can't do Vegas more than 2 or 3 days, and I was there for 5 already. And yeah, I just no more Vegas for a while. I'll be back in December, unfortunately, to do a Christmas episode with Ricky, and hopefully she can get off work. So that's a little gripe from me. Guess what, people? I'm a businessman. This is how I put a roof over my head. This is how I afford all of this stuff and how to raise my kid with. I don't have a day job. This is my day, afternoon, evening, and night and late night job, okay? 24/7 for me. The success is my fault. The failures they're my fault. No matter what. So yeah, take me seriously. Take ASY TV seriously. If you don't, we don't have to work together. I don't need anybody, but I want you all. And that goes for everybody, to include my cat who's meowing in the background. That goes for everybody. I love you all. I do. But at the same time, the only person that's needed right now is me. Simple as that. Sorry, is that negative? Hey, if it's negative and you take it wrong, then see you later. We don't need you. Want you. We really want you. If you're on the network, we really want you. But again, it's a business. Treat it like a business. Be a professional. Simple as that. I'm hearing all kinds of things. This microphone picks up like 6 miles away, I swear. Sounds like there's ghosts in my home office. That'd be kind of cool. I'll set up a camera right now and I'll just knock out an episode of I'll go pick up the kid and we'll do father, son, spooky ghost right here in the home office, right? Yeah. Anyway, talked about the rat comments, talked about I did talk about briefly about getting in shape. And on the YouTube channel, the ASY TV YouTube channel, you may be watching it on, you may be watching this on there. I filmed, I did a challenge where I tried to lose 25 pounds in 2 weeks. Tomorrow is actually the last day of that. It actually ended up being 2 weeks and 3 days. And I'm just about there. I've lost 23 pounds. I'm trying to lose another 1.5 pounds by then. so I can be a successful man, because we all want to win, right? And tomorrow is the last day of filming. But in the process of doing this, I have 13 20 to 30-minute episodes of the Brandon Bishop Project, is what I'm calling it. I'm going to put it on the ASY TV YouTube page because that's got the biggest audience. And you can watch the whole journey, and there's a lot of special guests that you may or may not know, but there's a lot of stuff we do in those 2.5 weeks, and everything from Meow Wolf to Bishop's Castle to all the stuff in Vegas, a lot of home stuff and home workouts, and I'm telling you how I'm losing the weight and all that stuff. So it's not an ASY TV show. It's not meant to be. I filmed it with my phone. It actually came out really well. It's not fully edited and highly edited. It's a YouTube show, people. It's basically YouTube's like the new public access, but it was a lot of fun, and it was a lot of agony. And to this day, I still just want to go make 15 tacos and take them out one by one. But it's I'm sharing something really personal with you. There's a lot of personal stuff on there. I know I'm personal on the Brandon Bishop podcast. I can be personal here as well. But that show is I need content for the YouTube channel, or monetize now, and I think people will identify with it and watch it. So stay tuned for that. On ASY TV in the last few weeks, we've got new episodes of The Bennetts. It's called Honor in Philly. I went out to Philadelphia, filmed the whole Ring of Honor women's tournament, and also filmed an episode of The Bennetts at the same time. It's the best episode we've done with them. I think it's very well done. It's all the behind the scenes stuff at Ring of Honor Wrestling. And man, it's always a privilege to work with Mike Bennett and Maria Canales Bennett. I love those people. They've been nothing but great to me, and continuing to be so. I might be back out there to film the last pay-per-view for Ring of Honor, at least for a little while. I know they're going on hiatus. So I know they released everybody off their contracts, which is just, I understand business. I do. I get business. It doesn't make it easy. It doesn't make it fun to watch your friends and people that you work with going through really rough times. I was with the Bennetts before they got to Ring of Honor, when they got released from WWE, and they're going through rough times, and then they got Ring of Honor and everything's great and happy, and they got a contract and both of them are doing well. And then everybody gets released from their contracts because of their situation at Ring of Honor. I hope that Ring of Honor comes back. It's a great company. They've been nothing but professional and hospitable to me. They've treated me better than just about any company I've ever worked with, wrestling or not. So I'm really looking forward to seeing where this goes. And I hope that people like Mike and Maria, who are just so good, not to mention the rest of that roster, who also treated me so well, they deserve those contracts. They've earned those contracts. They've been loyal to that company. And it's really out of the company's hand. I know I don't know anything. I just hear things, but I really hope that they're back. And I hope that Sinclair doesn't drop them, Sinclair Broadcasting. And I will do whatever I can for Ring of Honor. And I will especially do whatever I can for Mike and Maria Bennett. They're just amazing people. I've been having car problems. I know. Oh, the head of a television network is having car problems? Wow. Who is this guy? I'm somebody who breaks even, okay? The network pays for itself sometimes. And like I said, as we grow, so do the bills. But I've been having car trouble. And I don't want to buy anything until I find exactly what I want. And what do I want? I want something that's going to help the network. I need to find a big cargo van. It could be used, I don't care, or a minivan or something like that. I could put a nice wrap on it. It'll be all dry. It'll be a writing advertisement. But inside the van, I need to put a bed, an editing station, so I can edit on the road. I'll put this computer on there or that computer. It doesn't matter. I'll edit on the road, and I'll be able to sleep there. I'll put a fridge in it. One of those little cooler refrigerators. I'm really excited about this. I already have a little toilet. I don't know if you can see it next to the guitar over there. It's a camping toilet, so you can poop. Yeah, because you eat lots more pitted dates, you can poop. But basically, it's a house on wheels, and I can be gone 2-3 weeks at a time. If I could just leave. I could leave right now and head down to Phoenix, and we could film The Drink with Hillary, go up to Seattle and film Lost in America with Garrett. I could take Leah with me, and we have all this room, and I don't have to buy hotels, and I could go to take Chantel with me for Call to Adventure, and like Leah with Sparkle Nation. We can go to Vegas for that Vegas show, and Stephen Piercy lives there now, so we can go to New York and knock on new episodes with Eddie. And the main thing that's in my head is like, I'm tired of flying. I'm tired of airports. I'm tired of hotels. I'm tired of rent-a-cars. I'm tired of spending immeasurable amounts of money every single trip because you have to. If I don't make these trips, guess what? There's no new episodes. And if there's no new episodes, guess what? You guys start to fade away. There's 4 shows right now that are waiting for me in Florida, 2 with Evilise that are already booked. Chelsea Green, who I just got to hang out with in Vegas, love Chelsea. Her show about beaches is just waiting. Her schedule's been crazy, and so is ours. So it's, trying to mesh it up. My friend Laura wants to do a cooking show. Ayana Cruz wants to do new episodes of Too Sweet. There's so much to do. I meant to do this, but my headphones messed it up. There's so much to do. And like Heath is in South Carolina. Wrestling with Ghost is in, Tennessee. There's stuff in Detroit we can do. There's stuff everywhere. And then we have the traveling shows that don't even have a host, like the new show On the Roadside. We just filmed at Bishop's Castle, not my castle, but look it up. It's just going to be about roadside attractions. We're going to do a show called Hotel Awesome, which is just a voiceover show like On the Roadside. And it's just awesome hotels everywhere. And we're thinking about doing a show about cemeteries. We're thinking about doing all these like just voiceover shows that don't even need a host. I can do it myself. I can make myself sound like 15 different people. It's just simple stuff like that I can't do right now and I don't want to live in the van. Don't get me wrong. I'm not that guy. I got a 14-year-old kid that needs me, even though he won't admit it. I got a cat who's, I don't know where she went. Who doesn't want to be stuck in a van with me? Okay. It's just 2-3 weeks at a time, maybe a week or 2 at a time, then come home and edit and upload and do the business stuff. I can do my job from anywhere, which is great. I can move to any city. I can take a van to any city. As long as I got Wi-Fi, I can upload it. And I just think that's great. Film all day, edit all night, sleep when I can, move to the next city. And that's the life I want. I can have a van payment and I can have, gas. And that's it. What else do I need? Some water for like $20 a month. It's a very realistic thing. I just got to get the main centerpiece, which is the van. And so if anybody out there knows anybody with an extra van laying around, that wants to sell it or whatever, I'm waiting on you because I don't want to throw a bunch of money into a car just to get around. I don't need to get around. I pick up my kid and I drop my kid off at school. That's really all that I do in town. I go to the store. My car makes it to the store. I'm fine with that kind of stuff. I can't travel right now. Not in the piece. I drive car. I'm a minimalist. I don't care. I drive things until the wheels fall off, and the wheels are, pretty much getting ready to fall off. So, hey, we just got a new comment. It looks like let's see here. Out of the Cellar is a banging album. Can you imagine living in that house? It's a little bit before Out of the Cellar, but yeah, I often think about, hang on. I often think about being back in the 80s. I was there, but I was very, very young. I was born in 73. So like 83 I would have been 10 years old. I could hardly walk up and down the Sunset Strip and have a good time at that point. But I often think about, what I really think about is like, what would life in the 80s have been like if you had a cell phone? Like, if you had internet back then, if you had Facebook, oh my goodness, it would have been, I think the whole cancel culture would have happened a whole lot sooner. I'm trying to invite somebody on board here to have a nice little discussion with somebody I love very much in a masculine way. I'm having to do all kinds of crap to get this done. Sorry about that. I'm hitting the wrong buttons and da 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 da. He's probably gonna say no because he's busy. Everyone's busy tonight. I really wanted to have some guests on, and I asked everybody, even my reliable guests, are just like, dude, it's like the night before Halloween. It's Saturday. We're out doing stuff with friends. You're the only person without no friends. And I'm starting to believe that. I have no friends here in Colorado. And the ones that I do have are, they've invited me to stuff and I just don't go. So, So anyways, where I did go, I went to Vegas. We filmed the Heath House show. And we filmed it at Impact Wrestling, which was at Sam's I called it Sam's Club all week, but Sam's Town Casino. And I got to go to a lot of different places, and I filmed just about everything again with my phone for the weight loss fitness gimmick. And I had first of all, let me. There's a place in Vegas called Cinologia, and I need to talk about these people because I've never, as far as I can remember, have never met more hospitable people, more awesome people that just saved my hide. I went to Vegas and there was like this EDC concert. Not concert. Concerts are musicians usually. These are not musicians. These are people that push buttons and make strobe lights go off and it takes very little talent. It's a fun show to watch for visuals, but the music itself is god awful. And I know that's the 48-year-old man speaking, but I'm also a musician for my entire life. And as a musician, I think I get the luxury of calling music awful when it's not even being played by musical instruments. So you're pushing buttons and then going, oh, I'm going to push that button. Oh, let's get the light show going. The lights are great. The performance is great, but don't call it music and don't call it a concert. Anyways, back to all the hotels were sold out. Rent-a-cars were sold out. Everything. And what remained, I usually get a room for $70 a night at the Fairfield Inn. Usually. $262 a night at the Fairfield Inn. Yes, it's a good hotel, but it's not that damn good. Okay. That better come with a free massage and, a steak dinner at night, which it would not. It's just supply and demand. The demand was high and the supply was low. So even Ubers, the Uber that I took to get to this person's house, Dean Street, who's the son of Nick, who owns Cinologia, that cab was like $50 for 13-minute drive. It's just insanity. So anyway, I wanted to thank Nick and his wife, who I feel so stupid that I forgot her name. I know it. I'm brain dead concentrating on 15 things right now. Anyways, that family, the ones that conceptualize and run Cinologia, I want to thank them so much because not only did they let me stay at their son's house, Dean, for the 4 nights that I was there, but they also gave me a car to drive around. It was like this old like Mercedes, and it was real fast, and it really was perfect. And like, who does that? Who says, here's a place to stay and here's a car? Just fill it up and bring it back. Wow. Like literally saved me, how dare I say $300-400 on Ubers for the week. Like every trip I took was 15 minutes, which means everyone would have been $50. And I took about 30 trips, probably a lot more than $300-400, probably closer to 6 or 7, not to mention the hotels. It would have been, I would have just had to stay in the street. There's no way I'm giving somebody $1,000 for a Fairfield Inn room. There's just no way. Not to mention they were all sold out anyway. You could buy one and then hope somebody canceled. That's what it really was. So screw that concert. And there's also a football game, and for the Eagles, all the Eagles fans were flying in, literally. It was just, it could have been really awful. And the people that own Cinologia, that family, saved my ass. So let me tell you, every time you go to Vegas, and everybody goes to Vegas eventually, you need to put Cinologia on your itinerary. What is it? It's a movie prop place. We actually gave them a channel on ASY TV where they show old movies and fun stuff. And I'm actually going to shoot them. I already shot the commercial. I'm going to put together a little promotional stuff for them just to say thank you. Excuse me. It's these shakes that I make shakes every day. They got like almond milk, spinach, nuts, collagen, protein, banana, blueberries. You put it in a Vitamix, gulp it down, and you'll be burping the rest of the day. And it tastes good because it's, bananas and blueberries, basically. Anyways, Cinologia. It's a movie prop museum. It's like a low, whatever, few bucks that you pay to get in, and you can just look at all of these old costumes and movie props. And there's so much cool stuff in there. If you're a fan of like older horror movies and Bill and Ted and Howard the Duck and just Marvel stuff and DC stuff, there's so much stuff in there. And it's a very small little place. You can probably get through it in 20 minutes, but you don't want to. You're going to want to go back 2 or 3 times because you're always going to miss something. So please go to Cinelogia, Cineloggia. Look it up first and support those people. They really need your support. And there's a lot of cool stuff in that little strip mall type of thing that they're in. They're on the top floor. It's not hard to find. You can figure it out. It's just so cool. I love that place so much. I want to be a part of it. I'm hoping to be a part of it at some point. And I just want to help them stay alive and thrive because they're awesome, awesome people. Save my ass again. And what else can I say? Like literally just for the fact that they helped me out so much, please help them out. Go check out the museum the next time you're in Vegas, and everybody ends up in Vegas. We got some mail. I'm going to read some mail real quick. Got a couple. I don't see anybody asking any questions on here too much. Actually, it looks like everybody left. Is it getting late? I know I'm doing something on Hallows Eve on a Saturday night. What am I, stupid? A little bit. Anyways, I wrote the questions out and I'm trying to read my own handwriting. It's not working out so well. I did talk about most of this stuff, which is what's my birthday wish? For you to get a ASY TV. Simple as that. I don't care if you're watching this live or watching it down the road. We always get a few hundred watches on these things. So please get a ASY TV. Right here is how you do it. Blah, 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 blah. Go to one of those streaming platforms or go to asytv.com. It's $5 a month. If you can't handle that, I get it. We're all going through rough times, but there's no supply and demand backup here. Okay. The content's on there waiting for you. Ring of Honor closing. Didn't the Bennett's work there? Yeah, we already talked about that. It's a shame. I don't know if they're closing or just going on a restructuring hiatus like they said they are. What new shows are coming to ASY TV? I kind of talked about On the Roadside, Hotel Awesome. We got a couple episodes of both filmed already. So, yeah. And Chelsea Green's show with the beaches. And there's really a lot. There's a couple cooking shows and rehashed new episodes of shows we already have. So what else we got? Go there, eat that. And all they said was more, please. Well, here you go. You can get the shirt right now on our website, asytv.com. Go to either merchandise or whatever it is and buy the shirt. And that'll hold you over until we get new episodes, which we've settled on the cities that we're going to. Season's going to end in Alaska. Really looking forward to that. So hopefully you are as well. How about a show with animals? Like I said, we got the pest control show called Shoe. We're probably going to take it down. I would love to work with him or another pest control place. If someone wants to do a TV show, by all means, I got cameras. Please be in Colorado Springs, and we'll pick that right back up. When's Nothing to Lose Part 2 or Part 3 coming out? I don't know. We were supposed to film, like I said, it's drag racing, and that didn't happen because I never got the right dates and I never got the times or location. All I knew is that there was drag racing at the end of the month in October in Vegas. I was in the Vegas at the end of October. Didn't match up. Got to communicate, you know. And where's Renee? Like I said, Renee Paquette, she's awesome. No one has a bad word to say about her. I just can't, you can't always get in touch with everybody you want to get in touch with. It's not a perfect world. In a perfect world, we would have filmed 20 episodes last week, and I'd be working on those right now. But hopefully it happens. You know, she said yes. She gave me a time frame. I adhered to such. What can I do? You know. Anyways, let's talk about the entire process of an ASY TV show, and then I'm gonna wrap it up and go have some fun on my birthday with my cat, I guess. I don't know. I have no friends. I have business, and I have, family that I see when I see. That's it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have hundreds of friends. They don't live here. They're not here now. They're not part of the business so much, except for the people that are, and those people are scattered around the country. So, I will either come up with a concept in this brain here, or I will meet somebody and come up with a concept with them. Like Chelsea Green, I met her at Ring of Honor in Baltimore a few months back, and I just told her, I said, look, you are free from WWE now. and you are one of the most outgoing. Everyone loves Chelsea, not just because she's beautiful. It has really nothing to do with that. She just has an amazing personality, very infectious person to be around. And uh, I said, I would love to do a TV show with you. You know, we've done stuff with all these people that you know, and what do you think? And she was all on board, and she still is. And we were supposed to film some stuff earlier this month, but schedules. And we just kind of brainstormed, and she wants to do a show about bikinis and beaches. And I'm like, okay, uh, yeah, let's do that. I don't have anything like that. It'll be informative. We'll talk about the cultures of little beach towns like Cocoa Beach and things like that. And just have a lot of fun in the process. And she's the kind of person that seems to be able to have fun no matter where she goes. So she brightens up her room with her personality. And I think it's going to be great. I just really think it'll be an interesting show. And she's got a great following. So hell yeah. So what happens at that point is that we schedule a date, we figure it out, we go out there with my cameras, I go on my own dime, and my intention is to make a profit on the back end. When we're done editing and filming and all that stuff, we put it all together, put it on ASY TV, make some commercials, and hopefully she pushes it and I push it, and we see what happens. We can't buy billboards quite yet. We're working on it. Actually, we just had a billboard that our developer Mike Moore put all over Los Angeles for the Piercy thing. It didn't really, unfortunately, it didn't do anything, if anything. And I don't know if we're a billboard type company. I think we're a social media advertising type of company. But anyway, that's all back end shit. So I'll go out there with cameras. We'll film 2 or 3 episodes, and as much as we can, I'll bring it back. I'll put it all together. I'll send it to her to take a look at it. And then once it's approved, we put it on ASY TV. We make some commercials. We promote it. And hopefully you people out there, subscribe. It's wonderful when you subscribe. Please do that. And then we go back and make more. That's the process. Now, you may be asking, how do they make money? And that's a problem that we've had. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. We don't have Netflix money. I can't go up to somebody and say, here, we tried doing a code thing where it's like, here, use your code, promote your code. Nobody promoted their code. So of course it didn't work. Recently had a little skirmish with one of the people that, one of our major shows. And I told him, look, dude, you didn't promote your show. I pay attention to your social medias when you have a show with me. And if you put out, let's say this person has 6 episodes, and 2 documentaries, you may know who it is just from that. But when you, out of all of that, and you put 10 posts, and 2 of them weren't even really didn't tell you how to get the network or anything. Like, okay, let's say 8 informative posts on how to get ASY TV and watch. You expect that to tilt the scales to the point where our bills are being paid? I came out to you and told your life story or went on adventures with you that were completely out of my pocket, not the business pocket, my pocket. I don't touch business money. Business goes back into business. My pocket. On my dime, I come out there, or whoever's with me. I mean, Heather Noel, she did a lot in 2020. And, we're coming out of our pockets to tell your life story and film, produce, edit, and air. One-stop shop. Your life story. You did nothing to promote that. And you expect me to go hand over fist with dollars in hand for you. No. Do you know how much it would cost if I was to just say, pay me to come out here and film this for you? Way more than I spent coming out there. It's my hopes that a show will catch on, like the Piercy thing really caught on, and we did really well. Not really well. We did okay. We paid the bills. Because that was on my dime as well. I went out there. Have you gone to Los Angeles and stayed in a hotel for 4 days or 5 days, 6 days? What was it? Have you done that flight? Have you rented that car? It's not cheap. And I'll give Heather all the credit in the world. She made that happen. We both came way out of pocket on there for that trip to make that documentary happen. And, those bills are still not covered, and those expenses. So I lose money on just about every show that I do. I'm not a great business person that knows how to turn this into money. And I tell every single one of these, if you want to make guaranteed money, get off your ass and find some sponsors. Do it. Get off your ass and find some sponsors. I will put those sponsors and I won't touch that money. That is all yours. You can charge as much as you want. You can make it a monthly thing. You can do it per episode. You can do whatever you want. It's completely up to you. I will fall right in line and we will put those ads in your project. And that's just how it works right now until we get to 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 subscribers, which we will get to. We're heading in the right direction every single month. The scales are going up. But we're not there yet. Right now, we're barely paying the bills and we're keeping ourselves alive. That's just it. We have to pay the bills first. And if we don't pay the bills, then we don't have a network. And if we don't have subscribers, we don't pay the bills and we don't have a network. So please subscribe to ASY TV. Are you getting it yet? We are small business. This whole mom and pop shop of streaming television isn't just a tagline. No, it's very true. Every mom and pop shop out there is struggling, and so are we. But we're doing good. We're doing better than we were last year. We're doing better than we did the year before. It's on an upward trajectory. And I'm very proud of that. This is all coming. We don't have corporate backers. We're not owned by NBC or, AOL Time Warner or whatever. We don't have a parent company, a corporate parent company. This is all from here and all done with these. Okay. So that's another message to everybody we work with. If you want to make money on this, do the work and find some sponsors. It's simple as that. Advertisers, get their commercials. We will treat their business as if it is our own. Simple as that. And when we do put a new episode or a new whatever video, I hate the word video. When we do put a new episode out, treat it as if you put that out there and push the hell out of it. If you have 10 hours of content featuring your entire family, your entire existence, your career, your life, blah, 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 and you're not promoting it worth a shit, guess what? No one's going to watch it. And guess what happens when nobody watches it? You don't make a dime from me because I put my own money in there creating the damn thing. And everyone thinks I'm just raking in money and hoarding it and screw everybody else. I'm not going to call you stupid because I love you all, but anybody who thinks that is delusional on a level that I can't even express. It's not how things are working at ASY TV. Then there's our charitable aspect. I would love to get back to the point when we can give 20, what was it? It was 20% at one point, but we haven't really thought about doing it because we haven't been able to. As we get bigger, as the 2.0 launch is looming near, the bills. As we get better shows, and we have to travel more. The bills. So yeah, if you think we're over here just getting rich and laughing about it, then you're wrong. You're simply wrong. But I'm very proud. Very, very proud of where ASY TV is right now. I'm very proud of all the people that we work with. And I just want them to be more involved. Even if it's been 6 months since we've done a new episode, guess what? We've done episodes. Your face is on it. Your personality is being portrayed. This is you. I don't sit behind the camera and tell people exactly what to say. I mean, sometimes I do if they don't know what to say, but for the most part, that's just them being them. We don't have scripts. But what you're seeing is as real as it gets. So I want you to watch these shows and enjoy it. Watch all the shows. I watched the Piercy thing and now I want to cancel. Okay, you have every right to do that, but check the other stuff out before you go. That's all I ask. Anyways, I'm going to let you go because it's my birthday. I'm going to go dance around and not eat cake. And thank you all for watching. I think a couple people survived this long. I got a heart from somebody. Thank you for the heart. Oh, Heather Alyssa Bailey. She's the Hab. We love the Hab. And tell you what, I will make a promise to you that I will keep kicking as much possible ass as I can by delivering content and making ASY TV better and better for the user, better maneuverable, just the whole thing. If you just get the damn network, all right? I promise you, there's truly something there for everybody, and that means you. $5 a month, 17 cents a day, less than a cup of coffee once a day. You can get it on all these things right here. And we don't have a guest interview today because everyone's out with their friends having fun and doing costume parties and getting drunk and all these different things that I just don't want to do. But thank you for asking me to go out. The two people that did. It is my birthday. Thank you for all the birthday love. I got a little bit here. So doesn't mean as much when you get to your 40s, but it's still very nice that you thought about me for those few seconds that Facebook told you to do. So anyways, we will see you next week for the ASY TV podcast right here, wherever you're watching it. And thank you so much for watching.